that's a hard one too. Solo album and single.
This is really hard. I didn't know you were going to make me jump through hoops, Mr. Karam. It'd be easier if I can reduce it to favorite Wings album. I mean, I can't. I don't
Well,
think I
okay,
can tell you
favorite
my
Wings
favorite
album.
band on the run.
Well, yeah,
But for Paul's solo record, I'm sorry. There's so many great ones. I mean, I love McCartney. I've always liked Ram. Um,
me,
I
yeah,
I
Ram.
I love Tug of War, but I love when he started writing songs with Elvis Costello in the late '80s. That was when I grew up, and
Ooh,
my first McCartney album I ever bought as a teenager was Flowers in the Dirt, and I still love it.
wow, I
I
love
think
it.
his album of standards, Kisses on the Bottom, has a terrible title, but it's the first time he ever sings like an old man and doesn't play any instruments, and it's so vulnerable. I love the Fireman Electronic Arguments album. It's astonishingly rock and great. And I thought Egypt Station was a great record too. I think Paul's still got another great solo album in him. And I can't wait to see what he does. It's
So
really hard
single,
for me to pick just one.
single.
How do you do this, Karam? How do you pick one McCartney record? What is yours?
Well,
McCartney, Band on the Run, right?
Band on the Run has got to be the quintessential Paul McCartney and Wings album, of course. And what's he's out with a movie now, Man on the Run.
Yeah.
But I would go with solo. It's got to be what was the one when he did the whole bunch of standards? I forget the name of
That
that.
was Kisses on the Bottom, and it's a
Yeah,
really, like I said,
I
it's
love that
the
album.
first
Uh,
record where he doesn't play any instruments. He only sings, and I think it's the first record where he's ever allowed his voice to sound like an old man.
yes,
And it's Elvis Costello's wife, Diana Krall, is the band leader for this.
I
Um,
love that album.
John
Absolutely
Pizzarelli
love it.
plays guitar on this. It's a terrific jazz record. He should have toured it, Brian. He should have toured this album in like medium-sized, like
I
Radio City
agree.
Music Hall. He should have toured it.
Uh,
His version of Always is the most haunting, beautiful, got me through my mother's funeral. I mean, just astonishing what he pulls off in that record. But apparently, the rumor is he wasn't happy with the studio packaging, and so he gave it
that's
this
what I
awful
heard.
title of Kisses on the Bottom. If he'd
Yeah,
called it My Valentine, which is the greatest song he's written this century, Mel Torme could have sung My Valentine. It's a
I
great
think
song. He does it at every concert. And Barbara Streisand just did a duet with him of My Valentine.
yes.
If he'd called it that and done a tour, it'd be regarded as a hit album today. Instead, only geeks like us know about it.
And what about single?
I mean, Band on the Run's just such a great pop song. I can't even, but maybe I'm amazed. How do I do this? It's hard to
Maybe I
say.
am amazed. Good. I like Jet. I like Maybe I'm Amazed.
Yeah.
But and I don't think this one was ever released as a single. But when I sing in my band, it's one that I really love from McCartney, and I sing it and I love it. And that's No Other Baby.
Oh well,
Are you?
that's a great song. That's from his second album of covers that he released in '99. I did a special with him at Hammerstein Ballroom for that album because he didn't do any touring, and Linda had just died, but he did a couple of live events. And I was in London, and they called me and asked if I would do this thing in New York with him, and I'm like, I'll get on a plane. And that was an album with David Gilmour of Pink Floyd playing guitar
Yes.
on almost every track, 3 original songs, and No Other Baby, which is such a great song. And when you realize he's doing this right after his wife died, it's
Yes.
haunting and beautiful.
And that the last video clip of him by himself with his bass guitar in a rowboat and in the
Yeah.
middle of, I mean, very symbolic. And there's almost a softness to that video that evokes the memory of his dead wife to me.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
that to me was, and I just love it as a song. But yeah, I'll go most of the time. It's I remember when he did "Live and Let Die" live on the McCartney special on
Yeah.
TV, and that
And
was
on the
one of
Super
my
Bowl.
favorite. Yeah, that was one of my favorites before, before everything else. But there's so much that McCartney has put together. So that brings us to John.